Hey everybody, this is Gadsden from Marfoogle's chat, and yesterday I brought up eBay in a conversation and somebody asked me about pretty much how to get started. So I wanted to do a quick video and show how easy it is. Quick shout out to Marfoogle chat, I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description. If you haven't joined, you really should. Lots of good information being shared there. Alright, so on the left here you can see my phone. That's a live view of my phone. So the first thing you need to do is get the app. So what I do is just go to the Play Store and then just type in eBay. And then there you can download the app. So it's really easy. I would often get dragged around shopping with my wife, and I always thought it was really boring. So I would just sit in the corner and just play on my phone and play on different apps, play stupid app games. But one day I pulled up the eBay app. I saw when I went to the search function that if you look up here in the top right corner, there was a camera. So I said, oh, that's interesting. I hit the camera and I saw that there were options. And one of the options is scan a barcode. I said, oh, I didn't know my phone could scan barcodes. So I literally grabbed the closest thing to in reach, which was an Amy Kestenberg purse. And I flipped the tag around and looked for the barcode. I scanned the barcode and they come up on eBay and it shows you the price. So I'm going to use this as an example. So I'm going to click scan barcode. And then you're just going to put the barcode in the view. And that's it. And now what you're seeing are all the current listings for that item. And if you go to the top right here, you can search by sold, and instantly you have the exact price people are willing to pay for that item based on current history. So one of these just sold for on January 5th, and this was actually mine. Somebody else sold one in November, October. But what's really powerful about this is it gives you instantaneous information on the value of something, like the real value. So with that Amy Kestenberg purse, when I scanned it, they were on eBay for like $90, and I flipped the tag over and TJ Maxx was selling it for $30. It was on clearance twice. It was like marked down twice. If you haven't heard of TJ Maxx, it's kind of like a store that gets things that aren't sold in boutiques. So it's, I think another one is Marshall's, Home Goods, Sierra Trading Post, Clark. There's another one I can't think of the name. But anyway, because it was so deep discounted, it only cost me $30, and eBay was selling it for $90. And I said to my wife, I'm like, there's no way it can be this easy to make $60. Like, that's impossible. So I thought, hey, I'll give it a shot. So I bought the purse, I went home, and I listed it, and it sold within a couple days. So I made $90. I went back to TJ Maxx, and I looked for more, and I found 3 more. So I bought all 3 of those, and ended up selling them for $90 each. So that $30 turned into $180 within like a week and a half or 2 weeks. Now this isn't like a get-rich-quick scheme. I got lucky with those purses, but the more I looked around, the more things I found. So for example, one thing you have to consider is that not everybody in the world has access to the inventory that's around you locally, right? So where I live, I'm not too far from a Kate Spade outlet. I don't know if you can see that. And not everybody is that close. So what I do is I head over to the Kate Spade outlet when they're having a big deal or a big sale, and I got these for $10. I don't know if you can see this, but I got them for $10 a piece. And the reason I bought them is because when I scanned them, I saw that they were going for like over $30. So I went through, and any ones that I could find on eBay that were selling, that I could sell for eBay or sell on eBay for 3 times as much, I bought them all. And this is what I've been doing since February of 2018. I took a break between August and December because I was teaching metrology for the fall semester of 2018, and I couldn't really do both because teaching took up so much time. So from February to August, and then from December until now, I've been able to rack up over $11,000 in revenue. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but really the only work I'm doing is going to the store, scanning the item, buying it, taking a picture of it, putting it on eBay, and then shipping it out. I mean, it's really basic, it's really easy, and literally anybody can do it. So if you're looking for that, if you're looking for a way to fund your prepping, and I know money's tight and money's going to get tighter because I personally think we're heading for a recession, and you can look at some of my other videos. I actually called the market drop back in February. But if you're looking for a way to make some money, this is a pretty easy way to do it. I would suggest just jump right in. Get the app, go to a store, start scanning things, look for something that's selling for more on eBay. And the reason I do 3 times as much, because let's say I buy this for $10. I want to sell it for $30. And the reason is a third of that revenue goes to paying myself back for the item so that I can use that money again. Another third goes towards eBay fees, PayPal fees, and shipping costs. And then the last third is your profit. So think of it like if you stick to that 3-to-1 rule, every time you spend $1, you make $1. So if you walk into the store and you follow the 3-to-1 rule, and you come out with things that you can see that are selling on eBay or have sold on eBay, and you drop $100, well, you just made $100. So it becomes a game of the more you spend, the more you make, and it just balloons and balloons, like that $30 turned into $90, turned into $180, and you can see how fast that grows. It's a fun way to make money. It becomes like a treasure hunt. I'll pull up some of my items that I sold. So this is my sales for Q2 or Q3 and Q4, and I've got them listed by most profitable. And my wife was in a makeup store one day, and I walked over and started scanning boxes, and there was this Michael Kors liquid shimmer. Let's see if I can get a picture. There it is. I got some right there. So this Michael Kors liquid shimmer stuff, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I just know that it sells. I ended up paying $18 for a bottle and turned around and sold it for $114. So each bottle that I bought, I was netting a $76 profit. If you guys need help, if you get into this and you need help setting up an Excel sheet, I can give you some of the formulas I came up with. This one's like a custom formula I made. What it's designed to do is guarantee a certain amount of profit after fees and shipping costs based on what you paid for the item. So it just gives me like an idea of how much I should sell the item for based on how much profit you want to make. But just going back down the list, these Kate Spade pink cannies, they were just like a little purse. I was paying $27 for them, and I was turning around and selling them on eBay for looks like about $93. Estee Lauder, like these things, I was paying $32, and I was selling them for $79. But it's so easy. It's so like you walk in, you literally just pick up anything. So like I picked up Clinique Happy Heart, and it's a perfume spray. And I'll pull up my cell phone again. But again, you just hit the magnifying glass. Then you hit the camera over here. And then you hit the scan barcode option. Don't look at my messy desk. And then you just scan the barcode, and it comes up and tells me that this is what other people have them on for. That first one's actually mine. That first one's my listing. I can tell by my photo. So I picked it up in the store. I said, all right. I scanned it, and it was 30 bucks, 35 bucks, $32. And then that's what people are asking. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what people are paying. But if you go to filter on the top right here, and then you come down to sold, hit done. Now it's only showing sold items, so that gives you a more accurate price for what people are actually willing to pay. And I saw that these were going for about $26, and they're on the clearance rack, so I picked them up because I only had to pay $11. So this wasn't quite the 1 to 3 rule. It was a little off, but I've sold these in the past, so I knew they were going to sell, so I knew there were no risk. Basically, I knew what I was going to profit from it, but normally you want to stick to the 3 to 1 rule. Anything in the orange, I've got that set up color coded so that that means that I had I believe a 20 or 25% return. Anything green is a less than 25% return, but was still a return profit. And then anything red was a loss. So a couple warnings, so you don't walk into the same mistakes I walked into. Avoid heavyweight, lower value items. Like for instance, these ingredient cookie jar things, they weighed a lot and they weren't worth a lot. So the shipping ends up eating all your costs. Anything in red is something I sold at a loss. And the reason I sold it at a loss was because I didn't want to get a strike against my eBay account for canceling someone's order. So they ordered, and I didn't want to be like, well, I'm going to cancel your order because I screwed up the math. So I just went through and shipped it at a loss. But it's rare. As you can see, it's not the majority. It's a small minority of loss. Most of this stuff, as long as you stick to the 3 to 1 rule, a lot of this stuff is pretty profitable. And then the gray is things that I spend to keep the business running. What's nice is when you basically make money while you sleep. So when you wake up, you get these notifications that tell you, oh look, you sold this or that on eBay. So I'll go to my notifications, and I can see that I sold some new Amway artistry items. So I'll toss them in a padded envelope that I bought for 30 cents. I'll print my shipping label and then tape it to the envelope, and I just go to the post office and hand it to the guy. I don't wait in line or anything. I just walk up to the counter, drop it down, and wave. And a lot of people are usually afraid of the shipping aspect of it, but it's really easy. The envelopes come out to be about 30 cents each, so it's low cost. And then I have this scale. I think it was like 40 bucks, 30 or 40 bucks. It wasn't expensive. So I just put my items on the scale. It tells me the weight. I punch the weight into eBay, and then it walks you through on how to print a label. One other piece of advice is you're going to want a good printer. Now I don't have like affiliate links or anything. I don't care what printer you buy, but I would recommend get one with toner. Ink cartridges are garbage. When I first started, I almost quit right off the bat because I got so frustrated with my printer. And like the ink cartridges will dry up and they don't print right. And when you first start out, you're probably going to be under a little bit of stress. You'll be a little bit nervous about shipping. And then so you don't want to pile on any more stresses. So what I recommend and what I did is right early on, and I haven't put any more money into the business other than the initial $30, and I already paid myself back that 30 bucks. So everything has been purchased off of just pure profit. But way early on in Q1, I bought a printer for $121, and it is a Brother printer. And I recommend it. It works really well. And the reason I knew to go with toner instead of ink cartridges is because at work they use toner, and we print off thousands and thousands of pages without a problem. The toner lasts forever. And then to replace the toner is really easy. You just buy the toner, pop it out, pop the next one in, and you keep running. Toner printers are a little bit more expensive, but you want to make this as easy as possible, right? So the less obstacles you put in your own way, the more likely you are to keep doing this, and the more money you're going to make. So the first thing I would buy is a printer. I remember when I first started off and I went to the post office, I was such a rookie. I went with my item, and I didn't have any shipping supplies. I just knew I had to ship the purse. So I ended up buying their tape, which is like overpriced. And I bought one of their shipping envelopes, which was overpriced. It was like $3, but now I only pay like 30 cents. And I remember I just went there with like my crappily printed shipping label from my really, my $30 cheap printer. Used their shipping supplies and shipped it out. The other thing to notice, and this is what kills people on eBay, so you want to have like really nice pictures. So my second big purchase was what's called a light box, and all it is just it's a pretty big cube, and every interior wall is white, and then it's got LEDs along the inside of it. So what happens is when you stick your item inside, you close the flap and you come outside to take the photo, and it actually whitewashes everything in the background, so you get these like professional level photos. That's not what mine looks like, but that's similar. See if I can find mine. I don't see mine, but you get the idea. That's pretty much what they are. I spent $90 on mine, and again, that was after profits. So before I had the light box, it was really frustrating as far as taking photos, because I was reliant on the sun. Like, you really don't want to use your indoor room lighting to take photos. You wanted like a lot of light, so I could only take my photos when the sun was shining through my window. So I'd have to wait for like clouds to pass, and I'd run over and I had a sheet laid down, and as soon as the sun hit it, I would take my photos. That was another stress. So that'd be the second thing to watch out for, is just bite the bullet, buy the light box, $90, and now I never have to worry about photos. It's so easy. I just plug it in, put my item in, take a couple pictures. They look good, they look clear, white background attracts buyers, and then post them right up on eBay. And I take the pictures and everything right with the phone. I don't have any fancy camera. The pictures come out really nice. The phones nowadays take excellent photos, so you really don't need a fancy camera. So the two big purchases would be the printer. That's number one. You want to be able to make shipping as easy as possible, and to do that, you want to just be able to print your own label and slap it to the box or the envelope. And the second big purchase would be the light box. And then the third big purchase would be tape and shipping supplies. But as you can see, like box tape, I got a whole box of tape for $6. Oh, this was when I was buying at Staples. Yeah, here we go. So I bought 100 padded envelopes for $31. Comes out to 31 cents each. I bought 24 rolls of tape for $36. So it's, $1.50 a roll. Oh, I'm sorry, the Amazon. Oh, I bought it. That's right. I bought it from Amazon, the light box, and it was $144. I thought it was $90 for some reason. But I would recommend that you just do it the hard way until you get enough money to buy the things that make your life easier, right? So, like with the printer, that was the first thing I bought with my $180 profit, was a printer, and then I started putting the rest of the money into more items to sell. But as you can see, it started out small in Q1, which was February to March, I didn't sell much. One of my favorite sales during that quarter was these Carhartt wallets. I walked into Sierra Trading Post. They had Carhartt wallets in a pretty cool looking tin. And I don't have the pictures anymore because eBay only saves stuff for a certain number of days. But they were $10. I think it was $10. And eBay had them for like $33. So I just grabbed them all. It was like it was one of my biggest purchases. And I ended up selling them all, which was pretty nice. Oh, I sold them for 35. 15 to 35, that's what it was. I sold a whole bunch of those. And then my second favorite sale was, this dog leash. I bought this dog leash at a garage sale for $20. It was a Coach dog leash. I'm like, who would buy Coach, which is like a high-end luxury fashion brand, for a leash? But they were selling on eBay, so I picked it up for $20 at a garage sale and sold it for $50. I don't see the cups, but they were these little whiskey cups, and I think I got them for $2 at a garage sale, and they were whiskey glasses with like a leather stitching around them that you could hold the leather and drink the whiskey. And I made a killing on those, but I just can't find them. Oh yeah, there they are, leather whiskey. Oh, I paid $2.50 and I sold them for $50. So at the time, that was like my biggest profit on an item. So that brings me to sourcing. So where's a good place to start finding all this stuff? People source Dollar Trees. I've sourced Walmart. Walmart had some calculators for really cheap. I just go right to the clearance aisle. I think the calculators were like $2, and I was selling them for $14.99. TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Home Goods or Sierra Trading Post. There's another one of these types of stores in the South. I just can't think of the name. For some reason, I think it's Clark's, but I'm not sure. But any store like that. So that's called retail arbitrage. Arbitrage meaning you're buying something, you're taking advantage of price differences, right? So that's retail arbitrage. The other good place to look for stuff is garage sales. And you'd be shocked. And, not everything you can scan, but you can look up, you can just type stuff in that's similar and find really good items. And then the third place to get started is just around your house. Once I started selling on eBay, I looked around my house at things that I had purchased in the past that I didn't need or didn't use. And like I had a HDMI cable from Radio Shack. I picked up stuff at Radio Shack when they were going out of business. Scanned it, didn't need it anymore, sold it on eBay. So you can just find stuff if you want to get started and you don't want to spend a lot of money. The app is free. Stuff around your house that you don't need, just take some pictures. Take some good pictures of it. Put it on eBay, sell it, and you'll be shocked at how fast the money rolls in. But yeah, that was just a quick overview. If anybody is interested in more information about this, just let me know. Either leave a comment on this video or find me over in the Marfoogle Discord. My name on there is Gadsden. Maybe. Yep, there I am, right there. And just whisper me or send me a message or just hit me up on Switchboard and let me know that you're interested in more videos. I could break down my Excel sheet. I could break down sourcing. I could even do a video of sourcing. I could show shipping. If you have any questions, just let me know. It's a great way to earn a little bit of cash on the side. It's easy, but it's not like get rich quick. It does take some work. And if you were, God forbid, if you lost your job or something, it's good to have an alternative revenue stream. So you want another source of income coming in. And this is a really basic, easy way to sort of start a little side hustle going. But I'll stop rambling now. If you guys are interested in more videos, just let me know. And definitely check out Marfoogle Zone. And I'll put the link to Marfoogle's Discord in the bottom, as well as his Marfoogle news channel, which is awesome. Shout out to Marfoogle. You rock. That's all. You guys take care.